Yo, welcome back to more Owarimonogatari episode 9, Shinobu Mail Part 3. So last time was pretty... I don't know what's going on, because this raincoat apparition, just very emaciated figure, had like the prototype arm, but upon rewinding, it looked like a crustacean arm, like a crab arm, right? I don't think the weight crab is coming back, because it definitely didn't look like that. So this is something entirely different. Shinobu even mentioned that they encountered it, but you know, that it wasn't Kambaru, and at the time, I guess I didn't put together that it... I was like, wait, what? What I thought about, I was like, what? I don't know what she's talking about, but here they are, popped up at the end. Shinobu even mentioned that Ononoki assisted Shinobu, as well as, I guess, Black Hanakawa as well. I guess this is a portion of that we didn't even see from their perspective, I guess, because it's relevant to this story, right? So Monogatari is very good at that, especially that such a story like this was hidden even within this portion of the second season that we are finally now seeing, like dealing with Apparition Killer and whatever this raincoat figure is at the very end. I mean, this raincoat thing could be a fake out in itself or something. I don't know. It just doesn't. It just seems strange. Like I don't like for this, like Apparition Killer, sure. Like that's surprising, but it's like, okay, I can see that. But what is this raincoat thing out of nowhere? It feels like wrong. I don't know. But either way, I guess I'm gonna find out right here what that is, hopefully, and how they deal with this at this point, and I guess where the arc is gonna go from here, because Kambaru, of course, is fully on board with helping Araragi, even though Kambaru herself is just so beyond just being so weirdly into Araragi. She you know, she trusts him, and she's very devoted to him, and she's willing to go that far for him. And of course, he stated at the beginning of the episode, stated some regrets about making the deal in the first place. Of course, like unbeknownst to Kambaru at first, it's too late, right? The deal has been made. Ononoki, of course, saying like, listen, even if you like send her back home, she'd be way safer sticking with you, and you know, the sooner you can get to Izuku Gaien, she'll be even more safe once you're with her, right? Which is true. Like at this point, you might as well go how you've been going so far and just, you know, do your best in that respect. So just dealing, I guess, with the consequences of the deal and where things can go now, you know. Hopefully the closure they can get from dealing with Apparition Killer and whatever the hell this raincoat thing is, you know. Certainly, I guess we can think in future events they probably did deal with these things effectively, maybe, but I don't know. Because again, this whole Owarimonogatari thing has been very interesting to me, given how the first part of it almost felt like it's an entirely separate thing compared to this story arc we're getting now. Yet it is within the same thing, so I'm wondering if they're like tying certain things thematically together, like why these two things back to back, right? I guess is my question, and maybe the answer is more obvious than I'm thinking, and I could maybe tell so far, but you know, still got plenty of a few episodes to go through, so let's just see. Let's go. Beginning the episode in 3, 2, 1. The left half is a monkey, the right half is a crab. Monkey crab fusion. Oh fuck, I didn't even notice the monkey left side. Because yeah, left side's like Rainy Devil, right? It's like crustacean arm. Yeah, with like the crab legs in the back, that's right. I didn't even point out that part. Talking with our eyes again. This communication is very good, but let's see if you can do anything. But I don't know. Oh, oh Jesus! Mistake left from right. Just shit in your face right there. Okay. Though I don't know if you should approach this like you did with Apparition Killer. Shinobu is just swinging. Okay. All right then. She doesn't seem threatened or worried. Is this a fake out? Nope, that is very much real. Oh, Jesus. What is this thing? Oh, goodness. Wait, what the fuck? Jesus Christ. At first I was like, what's that? I was like, oh. Even in battle. Oh. Kokoro Watari. Yo. This shit flew at Mach speed. Yeah. That was very cool though. And also not an apparition. Something bad. Oh, it's before it turns into one. No harm will be done by slaying it. Hmm. God. We'll see when he comes back around. Let's go, Araragi. No, I'm really reminded of the end of Hanakawa's arc. Wow. One swing. Was that enough? The properties of the sword should have... I guess that's it. Maybe? Snake. Whoa. Shagiri Nawa? No way. What? Yo. Oh, Shinobu got serious. Well done, I guess? What the hell? Yo. The power of a very weakened vampire still. So what the fuck? So that half crab, half whatever apparition, whatever this almost apparition was harboring like two Jagiri Nawas within it? Did someone just send that vessel to curse them? What the fuck? Well, guess we'll see what's up. And when Apparition Killer comes back around, because he's just out there looking for Shinobu and his damn sword, so. I guess it could have been a trap sent by Apparition Killer. That'd be a freaky ability. But I don't know. I don't know vampires to do things like that. But could be. A test? So it was a fake out. Oh. Rain. Time to eat. Oh, Jesus. Rabid. God damn it. Okay, there you go. I was worried that Spotlight was gonna stop. I gotta give him some more credit, I guess. Oh, how nice. It's a nice thing to do. It's alright. Huh. There you go. It's nice too. It's something. Hmm. Apologizing too much. It's freaky how she can just rip it out of herself and throw it. I mean, it's pretty metal, but you know. Ah, okay. To recover the pairing between them. Hmm. Does Shinobu already know? Oh. Under the swing we go then. Uh, Sudden game show music. Step right up, Araragi. What the fuck? To a land like this? What the hell is going on? What what is this? Oh. She changed the location to Shirahime Shrine. God damn it, Mizuko Gaien. Like a small stamp under there. Oh my god. The late fees. God, that whole swing thing just to see that little stamp. Yeah, he was laughing like Araragi. Oh. God damn it, it got me. Terrible. A lie? He doesn't laugh like that? Is this denial? Oh. Something deeper. Hmm. Okay. I guess that's that then. Interesting. I guess we'll see what he really ends up being. If that is the case. Hello. This is where you've been, leaving that small ass thing under the swing. Wait, was that gotcha? Ooh. Not herself with Araragi. I think that's a good thing. What? 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 Yeah, wait, why would you lie about that? Wait, what? Don't you gaslight me. Don't do this to me. Everyone's Oshino now. I'm Oshino. YORO Shino. Shinobu was fooled. Okay. God damn it. I see, don't say that. The compliment. Your entire story. I'm sure you do. Alright. Oh, tonight's events, okay. I guess she knows all the previous stuff. Whoa. That's what he's been doing. She... Oh my god. Mm-hmm. Yes. I guess that's true. Hmm. Wow. Did she say amateurish? Sadistic. Wow. Oh, he almost. Yeah, he almost blew it there. She was quick. Yeah. Like, how do you persist after something like that? You talked about like a grudge. Like he's emotionally attached to the land or some shit. Yeah, I didn't think it was impossible. I don't know. You guys fucking time traveled. Immortal. Who could animate the monkey's paw. Wow. That is ridiculous. Jesus Christ, dude. By all means. What? Yeah. Huh. That's true. He intentionally did. Misu, an attempted suicide. 400 years to revive. Yeah, he was. He was like assimilating his recovering. And when he does, yeah, he's just feeding right now. Oh, you knew about that. Oh, we just told her actually. Hmm. Wait, not just about tonight. Oh goodness. Okay. Is she talking about what happens to him later? That is true, as we've seen, especially involving you. Hmm. A chance for happenings you set up. Whoa. It is strange. Instead of anywhere else. I always thought apparitions attract apparitions, but it's all pretty crazy, isn't it? And things keep happening. Special circumstance. Stomped on the tail of a tiger accidentally. Huh. Kako. Wait, the first one? Okay. For now. We'll get there. Oh. Hmm. But the truth is, it is unique to him. Yeah, I'm just trying to keep up. In high spirits. Genki, good spirits. Oh dear. Scary. She's playing the little sister role well. With the phrase. I guess that's where we're at. Just keep the promise. She looks so cool there. Yeah. Who couldn't tolerate the circumstances. The first one. So it seemed. Uh-huh. Nope, that wasn't how it went. Became the void. God. Oh my god. Jesus. Hmm. Jesus. Terrible. Hmm. Apparently. What a badass. Oh my god. And reborn 15 years ago. Wait. 15 years ago. Okay. Interesting. I might have to I might have to go back and rewatch this one, man. Or just skim through, just I can go back and see some things she said. I know she apologized for being vague, but very very cool stuff. Hmm. No, Apparition Killer is insane, but ending on that note 15 years ago. I mean, obviously that doesn't line up with Araragi's age or but hmm. I was gonna say, hold up, how old is Karin? um, we know Suki is a phoenix. Oh my god. I don't like the way Ogi's looking at me. Or why Izuko's hat is just on the ground and she's not here. Alright, apparently we're all Oshino now. As I stare at this creepy art of Ogi staring at me. But a very unnerving image here. But okay, so 15 years ago. Okay, there's a lot of stuff here to think about with what Izuko Gaien said, or excuse me, Izuko Oshino just said. Which her taking the Oshino name, obviously not wanting to reveal herself as Gaien, like and when Araragi was about to call her that, she very quickly stopped him. It was very quick to do that. And I don't know, because you know, you can think that maybe she's just trying not to reveal that to Kamoru, but I think Shinobu, I think she's not risking Shinobu recognizing the name and possibly recognizing something that Meme could have told her. I mean, we've heard from Oshino in the past, excuse me, Shinobu in the past, that Meme would constantly talk to her about so many things, like different apparitions and possibly even about Miss Gaien herself, whether as something precautionary, or as she might have even said something like that before, but I don't think so. But regardless, I think that's a high possibility, and I think she's playing it safe by doing that. It's, you know, it's funny, you know, from a viewer perspective. It's like, huh, you know, her lying about that. And even Araragi, like, in saying, like, why would she lie about that? But he's like, wait, could she be? It's like, she's Izuko Gaien, right? Even he was being gaslit by it. I was like, don't do this. Stop it. Either way, that's what she's going with right now. But regardless, so talking about Apparition Killer, so there's a few things she talked about, and I'm going to try my best to, like, go through it. I just skimmed through those parts so I could remember a couple of those pieces. So when it comes to Apparition Killer, we know 400 years ago, she talked about the myth suicide, right? Rather like how Araragi accidentally exposed himself. You know, we know he was able to recover after that. But when it comes to Apparition Killer, he tried, it failed, and he was left in this state of eternal life in its truest sense, which is, as Izuko put it, which is very fucked up. And it's so funny because you know, with all that implied suffering of him repeatedly being obliterated as he was trying to be reborn, as he was continually reviving through his sheer willpower, I always find the question of like, do you wish you could live forever? I always like, I'm like, no, that sounds fucking terrible. No, not at all, you know, because I always associate the idea of that with that suffering, with Izugo saying like that's the eternal life in its truest sense. Like I take that as like, fuck no, you know, I agree. No way, dude. But can I say, Apparition Killer is such a badass, right? Enduring that all these years, just purely off. Jesus Christ. But something interesting she said, so about that, right? So that's what happens there with him. And over these 400 years, that's continuing to happen. And she says specifically, he returned to this town. Returned is the key word. I've had the thought before that this area, this town, is that land 400 years ago that Shinobu came to originally and became the god of, that Apparition Killer is from. You know, and with Izugo asking the questions like, why did Kishot come here in the first place? Araragi, don't you think it's odd how you repeatedly encounter apparitions on a fucking monthly basis and continue to do so? And you'll say that, oh, it could happen to anyone else, but you know, on the flip side, and there's like modesty there. You're like, it's almost criticizing someone that could imply that you are special, which he is, apparently, you know, when it comes to why he attracts this, why he encounters so many. And you know, as was said before, I always just considered it like apparitions attract apparitions, and that could be just like a domino effect that's happened here. Like the events of 400 years ago was extremely major, enough that it attracted like this force, this like universal force that, you know, of that darkness, right? And what happened with Shinobu becoming the god there, like that has to have just an immense effect on the land itself. So I'm just, maybe that's could explain just why these phenomenon are so central to this land. But as far as like Araragi specifically himself, this is where it gets crazy, because she mentions at the very end 15 years ago. Now that does not line up with Araragi's age, right? He's a senior in high school, so it's not like a Tsukihei, Immortal Phoenix situation, but it might kind of be. I'm thinking like, because they showed like this image of a boy, like a very young boy at the very end, right, just standing and like crying like a baby. But that child here is not a baby. This child could line up with how old Araragi was 15 years ago, which is what, like maybe like 3 years old, 2 years old. But now they're crying. They look extremely young. So I could be overthinking this in saying that, you know, it's possible that Apparition Killer could have manifested in some way. It's 15 years ago, he said, yet we're only physically seeing the suit of armor now. What is she implying there by saying that was 15 years ago? He returned to this town, which I think is really cool that he specifically said that, because now it's like, oh my god, I think that pretty much confirms like why he came here, because this is that place, and why Kishot came here in the first place, back in the beginning of Kizumonogatari. And hopefully that hasn't been said already, and I'm just sounding like an idiot because it's already been said in another series. I don't think so. I don't think that's been confirmed yet, but I think that's pretty much what just happened here. And I could just be making a wrong assumption here, but that's okay. It'll correct me in time, especially because I'm about to watch the next episode right after I finish this post-episode discussion. So yeah, that really has me thinking that if he somehow, I don't know, some way absorbed the reborn soul or whatever of Apparition Killer, and it's been feeding off all these events this whole time, right? Like all these apparitions that Araragi's encountered that he's been able to solve. Like if at the same time Apparition Killer has been feeding off, which would be crazy, but which would be insane, off these previous events this whole time, and why Izuko is, you know, playing to, in one of the things she says, playing to his personal sense of responsibility, saying, you're the one, I'm giving you a chance because you're responsible for what led up to this, right? Like she says that. And so that really has me thinking. I could be overthinking, but I think this is a really cool thought. So, and I guess we'll see if this is correct. She also said that, of course, which I really appreciate that she said this, that she was hoping it didn't come to this, that she was hoping that Ononoki could just take care of it, whatever that means. I don't know what specifically she was trying to make Ononoki do. She did also point out how Ononoki acts different with Araragi, which I think is great, because we know how Ononoki just feels about Araragi, and even though it's not fully mutual there, in terms of like his understanding of her, I think is a nice thing. But regardless, you know, Izugo points out the unpredictability of Araragi, because she even says, even though I know everything, that doesn't mean things are going to go my way, which is exactly what we've seen so far. Like with Ogi messing with plans, or even just Araragi himself, he's a wrench in her plans, in what we've already known, which is her wanting to restore balance to the town and wanting to make Shinobu the god of this land. And if we're saying that this is that same land that Shinobu was the god of back then, that would kind of make sense. I don't know for what reason that Izugo would want to replicate that, of what happened back then, making Shinobu the god. Like, I don't know what that would do. Whatever it is, we don't know. She's tough to read into, though some things are a bit clearer, which I really appreciate. This was a very interesting episode, and like all this stuff we ended on has me really thinking now. And I love when Monogatari does this, because it's so. Whew. This is my favorite stuff of the series, when you can think about how all the dots connect. And this might be like arguably the coolest example, because now I'm thinking of like everything that's led up to now, and the implication of like 15 years ago, and how Apparition Killer, you know, Izugo pointing out, has been feeding, why he fed on Araragi, why he fed on Kambaru, and the implication that he would be doing so for the past 15 years as well, trying to regain strength. He's been reborn, he's been trying to regain strength this whole time. Actually, the answer could be just way simpler than I'm making it, and I'm just going to leave it at that for now, because I think this is a really cool place to be at. And now I'm going to just get right into the next episode, which is exciting. So we're going to see if we get an answer there. Regardless, I'm going to be keeping these things in mind, of course, and we're just going to keep it moving. As far as other things in this episode, Shinobu questioning if that is actually Apparition Killer. You could read it as denial, but you could also, well, then again, that led into the whole thing with Izugo saying, like, why is that impossible? You know, why couldn't he revive, right? Like, as the first minion of Kiss Shot, we know at her peak can destroy the fucking world. Why wouldn't he be able to revive over a period of 400 years, right? So, you know, that was part of it too. So you could read that as denial, but I think kind of the wrench in there is the half monkey, half crab almost apparition they encountered. It was strange, like almost as if it was like sent by Apparition Killer or sent by someone, or like I almost thought it seemed like a test or a fake out, and even Shinobu was kind of like talking like that, but I think, I don't know, that was very weird. Because then also something else Izugo said was how Apparition Killer stepped on the tail of the cat, and I'm not sure. That's not the main part. That's the one thing right there that I don't know what to think of. So I'm like, wait, what? Like, what did he do to affect? I mean, if I'm going with the like batshit crazy theory that's up to this point that he's been feeding off of Araragi's dealings with apparitions up until this point, like he gravitated towards like 15 years ago, and then like ever since the events of Araragi encountering Kiss Shot and then dealing with all these apparitions until then has been feeding off of the events in the town until finally being able to manifest now. If I'm going off that theory, then, you know, maybe it doesn't sound so crazy that she would refer to him as like stepping on the tail of the cat, and like kind of referring to Araragi's relationship with Hanekawa. And I don't know, but she was being very coy about that. You know, then again, she was like, it's not something for you to worry about right now, and you know, you'll figure it out later. And we know he does go to see her at the end of Hanekawa's arc with a Apparition Killer sword, very torn up. Actually, is he wearing Kambaru's torn up jacket during that, in that shot? I'm not gonna go back to check because I don't want to. That's cheating, I think. At least for me right now. But anyway, that's the last thing I want to say. I don't entirely know what to think of that, because even that, my understanding of that is based on my crackpot ridiculous theory. So that's it. Hopefully you enjoyed my reaction to this episode, and I'm very much looking forward to the next one. So I will see you there. Peace.